Hi, my name is Travis McHenry, and I'm the creator of the Egyptian Star Oracle. This deck is the first of its kind, a divination tool that relies solely on Egyptian astrology and Egyptian texts to connect you with the 36 Decans, the gods of the night sky. Over the past 150 years, several authors have tried to create Egyptian tarot decks, but really, all they are is Egyptian-themed tarot decks. In 3000 BC, the Egyptians did not use the Kabbalah in their magic. They didn't interpret the stars using Babylonian astrology, and they had no interest in Hermetic or Gnostic mysteries, because these things did not yet exist. The sources I used to create this deck predate those cultural traditions by hundreds or even thousands of years. Now, I didn't simply read some articles on Wikipedia to make this deck. Earlier this year, I traveled to Egypt and spent weeks studying the tombs, the temples, and the texts in person. From the Old Kingdom tombs of Asyut, which I believe is the birthplace of astrology as we know it today, to the Mountain of the Dead in the brutally hot western desert on the border with Libya. The images on these cards are authentic artwork from ancient Egypt. Some come from papyrus or pottery, and some I photographed directly on the tomb walls. For example, in the tomb of Seti I in the Valley of the Kings. No other deck can claim this level of authenticity. Some of the images on these cards, like this one of a man helping a cow give birth, have never been published before. On the background of each card is a snippet of the pyramid texts that I gathered from the Pyramid of Titi in the Saqqara necropolis. These specific spells are intended to evoke the Decans in exactly the same way as sigils evoke Kabbalistic angels and Goetic demons. Because each card contains a piece of this pyramid text spell, they can be used in evocation and ritual work as well as for divination. And this is exactly how the Egyptians used the Decans back in 2000 BC, 3000 BC. There was so much research involved in creating the Egyptian Star Oracle that even the 96-page guidebook that accompanies the deck couldn't possibly contain everything I learned. So I ended up writing a companion book called Cult of the Stars. The secrets I uncovered have completely changed my views on astrology, the tarot, and almost all occult traditions. I've even discovered the true meaning behind Aleister Crowley's mysterious statement, "All men and women are stars." You want to know what he meant? Well, you'll just have to read the book. In every Kickstarter project I launch, I like to include a handmade, one-of-a-kind item that you can't find anywhere else. It's usually a book, but because the ancient Egyptians didn't really have books, instead, I'm offering two different types of mummies. As part of my deep dive into creating the Egyptian Star Oracle, I was baptized in the Nile River as a disciple of Anubis, and later initiated as a priest of Anubis on Asophis Island in upstate New York. This gave me the knowledge and the spiritual incentive to practice the ancient art of ritual mummification. Backers will have the option to receive either a vegan corn mummy, like this one, or an actual mummified bird. I brought back the materials to make these mummies from Egypt. The salt that is used to desiccate the birds was harvested from the salt ponds outside the Siwa Oasis, and the oils used to scent the mummies was brought back from Luxor. These are about as authentic as you can get. All told, I've spent just over $10,000 of my own money to develop this deck, but the cards, the guidebook, and most of the other materials are already finished, and I'm extremely excited to share these with everyone on Kickstarter. There are some pretty cool stretch goals for this project, including these little four-legged set amulets that I made myself, and a Book of Nut tarot cloth, among other things. I'm Travis McHenry, and I hope you'll join me in making the Egyptian Star Oracle a reality. Thank you.